Hey buddies, welcome to Amass Games. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at the 27th game that has been designed by Uwe Rosenberg that I've played or at least touched and I'm going to be reviewing, put it that way. So he's designed many games. I know obviously Dr. Rainer Knizia has done the most, I believe, potentially Sid Saxon as well, but I have played more of Uwe Rosenberg than anyone else. Does that mean this is going to be a good game? Does it mean that Uwe Rosenberg is a good designer? Well, the latter, I think many people would agree with. As to the former, well, we're going to find out. It is a bit based, I believe, a little bit like Nova Luna, as well as a game called Habitats. If you want to see my Nova Luna review, you'll find it on the channel. It's another game by Pegasus Spieler. There's now a playlist. In addition to Pegasus Spieler, there's one for designers. So I've got one for Uwe Rosenberg, Rainer Knizia, amongst many others. And in this particular game, yes, a framework is an abstract tile laying game in which you need foresight and a good plan B to reach the goal. Choose a tile, put it in your display, and complete the task. There's 120 frame tiles, 88 tokens, one overview, storage card, one bag, and one rulebook. So, we're going to open this up. Another edition Spiel.wise game. I've played quite a few of theirs as well. Lucas Schiemann seems to be the illustrator going on here. So we've got a little thing here, the tasks. Let's have a look through the rest. My goodness, there's not much to punch it, if anything. Right, here's the rulebook. So, of course, if you want to see that review, as always, this is just to give you a chance to see what's on the box. There's no other videos at time of recording on the website Board Game Geek. If you are watching it there, please obviously thumb it up, please subscribe there, but please do comment and please do thumb and subscribe and support the channel and hit the notification bell over on YouTube. That is where everybody else will see, of course, this video, crucially. And, of course, do share wherever you like. And lastly, if you don't want to check out the comments, or even if you do, please do check out the description for any kind of updates, as well as there's Linktree where there are occasionally competitions, so do keep checking back there. Also support the channel via Patreon. There's loads more stuff I want to kind of bring to you guys, and with your support I can do that. And aside from that, if you want to follow over on Instagram, there's over 2,300 photographs currently. There's also Facebook you can support. There's a few hundred people on there currently liking and following. Please join the crew. And this is being filmed in 4K. So let's see what this is all about. Let's start punching and also look at the rulebook. Oh, blimey. Okay, so it's 12 pages. Yeah. Nice big open frames here. This section will explain how the game is set up and run for 2 to 4 players. Is this a 2 to 4 player game? It's ages 8+. It's a 1 to 4 player 30-minute game. So if you want to see a solo playthrough, check out my solo playthrough playlist. And I look forward to bringing you a solo review as well. So the rules of solo play can be found at the end of these instructions. Each player takes all 22 tokens of a single colour and place them in front of them. Right, these need sorting out then. Hence the baggies. Note, if it's your first game of Framework, you can play only a shorter game to get used to gameplay by returning 4 of your own tokens to the box. This rule can also be used to give a little advantage to inexperienced players. The youngest player starts the game and takes hold of the bag. Now, other games by Uwe Rosenberg. Fields of Valor. I've been a solo designer for 3 of them. These are unofficial solo challenges, but supposedly there's going to be a new release of some description involving those challenges being included, which is going to be really cool. So the tiles, essentially, they're up to 2 different pieces of information that can be found on tile. Frames, there are 5 different frame colours. 0 to 3 colours are shown on the tiles. Okay, so that's what we can see here. Tasks, there we go. Each field consists of a number of in colour. Tasks can be completed by adding connecting frame tiles. The colour of a task, which frame colours need to be placed. The number shows at least how many frames the corresponding colour must be adjacent to the horizontally or vertically in order to complete the task. 0 to 3 tasks are always shown on the tiles. Okay, no task field, 1 task field, don't know, that's not one of them. A 2 task field, well, let's see if we've got one of those here. No, I can't see one. And a 3 task field, also not visible. So those are examples down here. To complete this task, there must be 3 grey frames adjacent to this tile. Note, it is up to the player to decide how many of these which field task tiles they want to complete on any given tile. There's no set order to which the tasks need to be completed. Exception 4 to 3, see tasks on page 8. So, of course, if you want to watch this again, please do. Just rewind. Hit the different speeds. If I speak too fast, you can, of course, just hit times by 5, double it to times 2 if you wish. Let's put this all away. This needs to go in separate baggies. And this looks like it's 1 per colour. Let's just double check that. Okay, so it is 1 per colour. Some important notes. I think we can start doing this as we do a little bit through here. So just to give you some quick insight, the video for the review I tend to make sure that there are no back-to-back videos relating to a certain game. The reason why I don't do back-to-back videos for a certain game is you might not realise that when I do an unboxing or something like that, or a solo playthrough, or a multiplayer playthrough, or a review, or something else like a dice distancing video, you might not realise that, of course, there has been another video, hence me doing something different. I also don't like to do a review back-to-back to another review, or an unboxing back-to-back, or a dice distancing. I like to mix it up and keep it fresh, but of course that does vary. Now, aside from that, when, like I said, the review comes out, it might not be straight away. There are videos already scheduled for the rest of the month at the time of recording. And also, I have been recording and doing videos daily since May last year. So we're talking over 300 days of consecutive videos. In fact, sometimes there's been more than one a day. And I don't really want to go beyond that. I think there's enough content there, and hopefully enough, quality and quantity, I think, are important things to bear in mind. Yes, I'm doing these one-shots. It takes about 6 hours, at least for me, to be doing the editing for that, and hence just bringing you more of the actual game, looking at those components rather than myself. So it's easier to shine a table than it is to shine me, shall we say, and hopefully that's something that you're okay with. So everyone at the table should leave a little bit of space, just so you know, between their displays, so it's always clear that you obviously can tell which is your tile. Now in this instance, when we are taking these various pieces, it does appear as if, obviously, we have these various different colours. It's quite an interesting choice of colours. I'm guessing colour blindness might be a factor. That's why we don't really have red, we have an orange instead, which is great to see. And let's see if there's anything else specific we need to be aware of. Nothing that really stands out. The backs of these tiles, I have to admit, they all look the same as well. So I can't see any kind of specific thing they've done. Like I know there's an American thing that handles the RGB color spectrum, but aside from that, we can just flick on to the next page as well. Okay, so there are various frames, which again has a very much a Nova Luna feel, like I said. Again, you can see loads of other videos by Uwe Rosenberg on the channel. Let's just move over. It's very different to the likes of Agricola, but from I think Phil Zavala and Feast for Odin, there's certainly going to be some similarities that you may well spot. Moving on to the Patchworks and the other Polyomino games. Well, I'll leave you to it. Let me do the packing up, and I'll see you the other side on that review. Back to the table.